Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. Today I'm going to do a pick a pile card reading. And I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Okay. Um, Today's question is, what does Spirit want me to know? All right. Now the reason why I'm asking this is because I kind of got two weird messages or two weird thoughts in my head, kind of like how when you're kind of doing things, whatever, and then these things pop into your head. Okay, so I'm taking it as those are messages that I need to convey to somebody or some people. Today I'm using the Akashic Tarot and the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and also I'll be using the Chakra Wisdom Oracle for the end, and also the Star Word Oracle for the end also. So I did want to also say that you shouldn't live your life by the tarot. Okay, it's you that creates your own destiny, right? These may or may not resonate with you. And, if they do, take what does, leave the rest. Or you can just, choose to leave all of it and just create your own happiness, right? I would like to also say to subscribe, like, comment, and share these videos. The more you subscribe and like, the more the videos get out, and the more people have a chance to actually, see the videos, and maybe they need some information from these videos. I'm not trying to make you believe in the tarot or change your religion or do anything like that, okay? Because you are here, this is for entertainment purposes, right? And you know that you can create your own destiny. Well, I hope you do anyways, right? So, yeah. So I would like to also say hello to my subscribers and welcome to any new subscribers. I feel like I'm forgetting something, you guys. Well, if I think of it later, I'll let y'all know, but I do have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And the question is, what does Spirit want me to know? Well, that's the question I'm asking because of these epiphanies or these thoughts that came into my mind. So I figured that'd be the most appropriate question to ask today. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video so you can figure out which pile is resonating best with you or calling out to you. But with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and start with pile 1. Okay, pile 1 is first, of course. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 1. What does Spirit want me to know? Well, let's find out. Okay, so we have the steer skull, and the steer skull represents a silent testimony. Okay, so you may be possibly keeping something inside, something that you do not want to confess or admit to anyone. All right, this is your own personal feelings about whatever it is that you're thinking about, right? And you're keeping it inside probably because what I'm getting here is because, maybe you have mentioned your feelings or emotions to others, and whatever they've done or whatever opinions they've given to you have not really worked out for your benefit. So perhaps you're starting to feel like, wow, I think I got to start to listen to my own intuition and follow my own guidance because I feel like these people are not here for my benefit, okay? So let's go ahead and get started and find out what's going on with you. I have 6 cards from the Akashic Tarot and 6 cards from the Chakra Wisdom Tarot Tarot, and I do have the guidebooks here in case I'm going to refer to them, okay? Maybe I might need to for the Akashic Tarot because that deck is, it's real different, kind of like the Dreams of Gaia deck. It's, they're not exactly the same as like the Rider-Waite definition, so, well, let's just find out here what's going on. We have the One of Scrolls. We have the Ark of the Covenant. We have the King of Scrolls. Okay, I know I'm going to have to do this. I don't think they're all going to fit. Okay. We have the Two of Forces. we have the Four of Keys, and we have the Akashic Library. All right. Okay. You know what? Let me put these out too. We have the Two of Swords. I was just trying to check them out real quick. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Princess of Coins. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Four of Cups. And then we have the Fool. So already I know right now I need to, I'm going to need to refer to the book. But okay, so we have the One of Scrolls. And the One of Scrolls, I do see it says on track right there. So somebody might be moving in a certain direction. Perhaps they feel as if they need to move in a certain direction in their life. And, you know, a new beginning, right? Starting fresh. They kind of understand this is you or someone else. They understand, or maybe this is you actually, because what does Spirit want me to know, right? Okay, I had to let that sink in for a minute, you guys. Sorry about that. So the One of Scrolls on track. So it seems that Spirit wants you to know that you are on track. Okay, you're going to be starting a new beginning somehow, somewhere in your life. Okay. Now, we have the 11 card, the Ark of the Covenant, right? And the numbered cards are kind of like the major arcanas here, right? But I'm not sure that it's the same, so let's go ahead and find out, because the 11 card is the Justice card. So let's see what this says. Okay. Okay. Basically, it is the Justice card. All right. So whatever you're going through right now, you're possibly going through a legal, you know, battle or some sort of legalities, right? Trying to find balance, right? Truth, right? Cause and effect. This is possibly why you're on that track, because maybe you want a new beginning because you've kind of figured stuff out, right? And we do have the King of Scrolls here. And this could be you holding this energy. And I think the scrolls are actually the wands, right? But you know, in this deck, they don't even have like from 1 to 10. I think it cuts short at like, I don't know, 7 or 8. But let's find out what this says, this King of Scrolls here, real quick. Because the King of Scrolls is very passionate, you know. You see that he's holding these scrolls. It could actually mean that you've come into some enlightenment on something now. And you've come to a realization, and you're holding on to these scrolls as if, you know, kind of like the Akashic, you know, because, you know, the Akashic Tarot is about the Akashic Files, right? And the Akashic Files is something of information from the universe. You know, there's an overabundance in this universe of the Akashic files, right? And you can delve deep into these files when you're in certain dimensions, right? So in this universe, there's an abundance of information. Everything's already been thought of, you know, like computers, for example. That's already been thought of. It's not a new thing in these past centuries. This has been thought of much longer before that. All right. Um, let's see what this King of Scrolls says really quick. I think this is going to be a kind of a long read, you guys. A lot's coming to me. Okay, this man may represent you in your life already. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, communicator who will assist you in some professional way. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Okay, so you may be on the track in a nice direction. You're going in a good direction, right? The universe or spirit is telling you you're on your way. You are having to deal with some things in your life right now, okay? Check it out. It's the 11 card, by the way, and that's the 1 card, okay? So maybe January 11th, something's going to happen to you. That just came to mind, just saying, okay? But you are going to meet somebody. It can be male or female. It doesn't matter because we all hold male and female energies, okay? But you are going to meet somebody with a lot of knowledge, okay? It could be a teacher. It could be a religious figure. It could be a friend. It could be anybody in your life, but you're going to meet up with this person, and this person is going to feed you a lot of knowledge. Okay, and it's going to help you to understand things in your own life. All right, you're starting to understand already, but somebody else is going to bring more illumination to you. Some more things are going to come to light because of what this person says to you, right? Because this person is knowledgeable and they can possibly help you through whatever times you're having now. So we also have the Two of Forces, and we have the Willow. Now, in this card, I see there's a river passing, right? And what have I always said before about rivers flowing? Just go with the flow. Do not swim against the current. And you know, as the river flows, though, you know, the river has no destination. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't think about how it's going to end. It lets go of endings, right? So the river's flowing, but as it flows, it nourishes everything it passes. It doesn't plan on doing this. It just does it, right? So with the wheel here, with the willow here, I feel that this tree is gaining knowledge by things passing by, which is like lessons, right? All these lessons are passing you by, and you are being nourished by all these lessons or information coming into you, right? We have the Four of Keys here. And the Four of Keys clearing the way. So you may have some blockages still. You know, you may be going through some sort of healing, right? But you know, you're always going to be in healing. Everybody is forever healing something because we never actually know what is ailing us in the first place. It takes time to even figure out why you're a certain way or why you think this way and why you react that way, you know? And so it takes time to figure out what your blockages are, but you are clearing the way to the main ones, the main blockages, okay? They will be cleared, okay? And, you know, then of course you can keep going on this path and, you know, heal the rest of the way because you have a life full of healing left. We all do. And then we have the Akashic Library here. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The Akashic Library is something of, it's like a library, of course, right? So right now in the 3D, all you know is what you see, right? You know the situation you've been in, but you haven't given it much thought beyond that. When you get into higher dimensions, like for example the 4D, right? That's when you start to realize, okay, well, this happened to me as a child. I know that because I've been through it. But what if it was a different way? What if I didn't get hurt? Or what if I wasn't nourished? Or what if whatever? That's when you get to the 4D, when you start to discover different scenarios that could have been, right? And then once you get to the 5D, you realize there is an abundance of information out there. Not only the situation you've been in or others have been in, but other situations that you can come up with in your mind that are being dug up, if you will, from the Akashic library, And that's only to the 5D. Okay, it's not even going all the way up like to the 7 or 8 or 9D, right? This is just up to the 5D, but that's another discussion, all right? But right now, you're delving into the Akashic library and you're trying to figure out, whoa, I understand what's happening, and I'm starting to figure out why I act certain ways. And this is what the Spirit wants you to know. That's what you're figuring out. You are transcending into higher dimensions and figuring out the truth because you're going within, right? Let's go ahead and see real quick what this willow is. The Two of Forces. Okay, that was just my own, intuitive reading for you. But let's find out. Okay, well, we didn't go, did we do the Ark of the Covenant? Yes, we did. Okay, so the willow, let's see. Sorry, you guys. Okay, here's forces. So, this card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. So it signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, in your spirit, and in the depth of belief in yourself. Just like the willow, you have peaceful strength drawn from the waters of your soul and extending through all eternity. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, you see how the water is flowing through, like I said, and the willow is being nourished by that. Okay, so you definitely are transcending into different dimensions, right? But in order for you to get to this Akashic library, because you're transcending somewhere, right? So what's happening is you have a blockage. Let's see what this clearing the way is, the Four of Keys. Okay, real quick. Is it really quick? Not really. But this is an important message from Spirit, and we would like to know, right? Inquiring minds want to know. Where's keys at? Oh my gosh, this book is so thick. So thick for a little book. Okay, so we have the Four of Keys. So clearing the way. This card is a strong signal that now is the time to take significant action to remove an obstruction in your way. Okay, so you are definitely dealing with something in your life that's blocking you. Now, this could be a relationship. This could be a job. This could be a thought, right? This could be family members or friends. So this card is basically saying that you have to let go of what doesn't serve you, basically, right? If you want to transcend into higher realms, higher dimensions, you need to get rid of those who don't serve you, because these people or these things or these ideas are holding you back from moving forward. All right? So in this case, to be quite honest, I think it might be somebody in your life is holding you back. And they might be even doing it behind your back. It could be a friend. It could be a family member. But it's somebody who's playing nice to you, and they're really not. All right? They don't want you to get to those Akashic files. They don't want you to transcend. Okay, so that's just the first row. Second row is a lot easier. Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Now, it's under the on track card. Okay, and the Two of Swords is you having to make a decision. Are you going to get on that train and go where you need to go, or are you going to stay where you're at? Right? We also have the Ten of Wands here, and the Ten of Wands is definitely a burden. So you might be thinking, well, I don't know if I want to go forward on that train, because if I do, that means I have to deal with legalities, I got to deal with problems and issues, and it's just too much of a burden. But you know what? If you don't do what you need to do to move forward and transcend in life, you can be assured that the universe will force you to move forward if that's where your direction is supposed to be. Right? And the universe wants you to make this choice by yourself, though. And I think since we have the Princess of Coins here, the Princess of Coins, you know, if I think it's prince or princess, I would think that those are the pages, right? And pages carry messages, messages of finance, especially, well, this one does. This is having to do most likely with your job. You may actually go to one of your bosses and seek some sort of advice, right? Because your boss might be like one of those neutral people, doesn't know your family, doesn't know, but it's someone that you can go to because you know that person will be neutral, right? So perhaps you are going to your boss and asking for opinions on a certain situation that you're in, okay? Maybe you trust this person and you know that this person, won't deceive you or anything because, he's the boss, he knows better, he doesn't get involved in whatever, so maybe he's a good person to ask, right? We also have the Nine of Cups here, and you want this wish fulfillment in your life, something going on. You're thinking about something that's going to bring you wish fulfillment, something that you've already, tried to manifest, right? And you're definitely, getting the nourishment you need possibly from this King of Scrolls, and you're wanting to move in a certain direction. You're passionate about this, okay? And you are being nourished with information from this person, and this person's information is going to lead you to head towards whatever it is you desire. We also have the Four of Cups here. And so you're wanting to offer something to somebody, but you are possibly worried that they're not going to accept that offer. And that could be what one of your obstacles is too, right? Somebody could be making you feel that you're not going to be able to do it, that they're giving you that really low self-esteem. They could be, to be honest, they could be wishing this upon you or making you feel lack somehow, some sort of lack in your heart. And this is what's preventing you from making this offer to somebody because now you don't trust. So this could have been somebody you were in a relationship with who has just pretty much broken you down, broken your spirit. And I think why you're feeling nervous about coming and why you have an obstacle of coming towards somebody with this offer is because you're feeling that lack, right? So you're trying to heal this problem that you're having within now. And obviously right here, you want to make an offer with this person to take that leap of faith, to move forward with them possibly, to have this wish fulfillment. Okay? And I do see that when you do, and if you do finally make that move, you are going to, take that leap of faith, and this person is going to take that leap of faith with you. And then the both of you are going to go on a journey together through the Akashic Library. Yeah. And that's going to be gnarly. It's going to be awesome, though, right? But right now you're keeping things inside. You haven't actually moved forward to do any of this yet. Possibly you're just in this decision mode right now and just seeing that you have a lot of burdens going on. All right, but somebody's going to break you down. They're going to try to break you down so much that you can't move forward, but don't let it happen, okay? Because you can definitely move forward. All right, so if this sounds like your situation, I'll see you guys at the end, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Okay, so here's pile number 2. And the question was, what does Spirit want me to know? Well, let's find out. Okay, so we have the snake here. And the snake represents fertility and life force, okay? So you could be in a situation where there's a child involved, right? But then we have life force. And life force is like it's like our souls, right? It's our souls keeping us alive. Something is keeping us alive. What is keeping our organs from moving, our heart from pumping that blood? What is doing that? It is our life force. right? So there's a possibility you may be going within and searching your life force to try and figure out things in your life right now. So let's go ahead and get started and find out what's going on here. We have the scribe. We have the light of the world, the two of roses. We have caught in the ruins. We have the three of forces. And we have the three of keys. Okay, interesting. We have three major arcanas right here so far. Then we have the hanged woman, all right, which is the hanged man, same thing. Seven of swords. We have the princess of wands. We have the knight of cups. We have the nine of wands, and then we have the five of swords. Okay. So this is what's going on. And I know I'm going to have to use this book. So we have the scribe, okay? So you could be doing some studying right now, trying to figure out things in your life, okay? You might be doing some journaling, writing things down, you know, writing down your private thoughts, okay? Make sure that whatever you're writing down, you keep that away from everybody. Because I have a feeling here that somebody is trying to look into your stuff, all right? And if they find this book and they see your thoughts, you know, they could sabotage you in some way, depending on what you're writing in there. You know, I'm not too sure what it is, but you never know. But you are starting to write things down. Now, the light of the worlds, is it world or worlds? Okay, the light of the world, you may be coming into some realization of something, right? Now, the light of the world is bringing you to a realization that you want to move forward into a certain direction, right? You're looking out the window and you're seeing that there's something better out there, right? You see that your luck can change from whatever it is you're in right now. You see that there's another destiny out there for you. We also have the two of roses, and this is winged messengers. You might actually, your crown chakra might be opening right now. And you might be allowing it to open to receive messages from the divine. And you know, that's good. Because you want to receive those messages. Because you want the truth. And if you're going to get the truth from anyone, it's going to be from the divine, for sure. Right? We also have caught in the ruins. You might be in a situation where things are just not going right for you right now. Things are being, you know, broken down. And, you know, you see these two people behind bars, you know, you might be feeling trapped with somebody. You might actually be in separation with somebody and the both of you could be feeling trapped, right? We also have the bird's nest, and it looks like that you might be in a family situation and you're worried about leaving it, possibly because of children, right? And then we have the three of keys, the chess game. And now possibly you're realizing these games that people have been playing with you. And they've been treating possibly your life like a big game, fooling with you, messing with you, right? Trying to win at all costs. So let's see what this scribe is real quick. All right. The scribe. This card indicates a great upsweep in the mind and study for you. If there are any subjects with which you'd like to acquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although it's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning has nothing less than a change in your life or opportunity. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up on the wings of discovery now. So, right, you're starting to discover things, you're starting to look things up, you're starting to realize things, and like I said, possibly writing in that journal. But you know, like I also said, keep that hidden, because I have a feeling that somebody is not doing something very good right now in your life. Here's the light of the world. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move to higher awareness. Okay? It's a great time to open to your higher self, and all its wisdom and powers. It's your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. Okay? Remember I said fertility and life force. So it's time for you to get in touch with your soul. Okay? This is a soul's journey that you're on. All right? So you do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling, right? Follow what it is that your soul is calling you towards, right? Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day a sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step, with every word, okay? So remember, you can, any kind of word or thought that you make, that's an action. It doesn't mean you've actually done anything, but just having thought alone is action. Just know that, okay? You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. So you might be thinking about some things, like in the scribe, you're trying to look things up. You're becoming like, oh my gosh, I got to get more information. Something is just making me feel like I need to look shit up. And that's what you're going to do, right? So what's this winged messenger now? Two of Roses. Winged messenger. I feel like, the divine is trying to speak to you here. Let's see. This card indicates a small conflict in your home or family, okay? It could involve you and another or others in your extended family. There could be money issues about home and inheritance or personal finances. The dove brings a message from your spirit, you see? A call to see this little drama through your higher mind and compassionate heart. You may feel compelled to be a peacemaker or provider in this situation. Let yourself do as your spirit guides you. Okay, this is where this card comes in. Two of Roses and Three of Forces. What I'm feeling is that you're feeling like you possibly just want to make everyone happy. You're probably one of those yes people, like, you just say yes to everything because you don't want issues. You don't want fighting, you don't want drama, you don't want anything like that. But I hate to say it, but life is full of that stuff. And you got to learn to deal with it. But you got to learn to deal with it in the proper manner, right? Don't just say, yes, fine, I'll do it, just because you want to make the peace. Because you're not actually making any peace with your own spirit, with your own self, with your own higher being. You're actually starving your soul by doing that, right? What is this 16 card? Feeling trapped, I think, or maybe, maybe the Tower moment's going to come down, because that is the Tower moment number, This card shows a dark or difficult situation that seems to have you trapped. Okay, so you could be in a situation that you're feeling trapped. It could be a hurtful, empty relationship, an unhappy, stultifying job. Is that a word? Anyways, a behavioral or actual addiction, or even a negative sabotage belief system. Okay? It has held you captive for some time and may have even begun in some past life, but there is a way out, as there always has been. It just takes some effort, determination on your part. Okay, so whatever you're going through, somebody has possibly put you in a mindset to make you believe that you need to be this way or do something, or take certain actions in your life in a certain direction, because that's what you were taught. Perhaps you're trying to make the peace and everything because you know, you've seen so much drama and arguing in your life, you just don't want to deal with that anymore. But you know, you have to deal with those things. You know, you can't just let things, you know, let people step all over you. How about that? Right? You know, it's up to you to change your life. Like I say at the beginning of the videos, it's you that creates your destiny. If you want to stay in this situation of sadness and just like, oh, your family life sucks, people are lying to you, you know, you're doing it for the kids, whatever, because, you know, somebody might have told you that's what you have to do. You don't have to do shit. What you need to do what you want to do, because your happiness is going to reflect on your children. Your sadness will reflect on your children. Staying in an empty relationship or a bad situation and there's children involved, you're just teaching your children that it's okay to be treated like crap. It's okay to be stepped all over in relationships. You don't have to be happy in a relationship. Is that what you want to teach your children? Is that what you want your children to know, that it's okay that to you know, let people hurt you in relationships? Now, I don't think you really want that, do you? The best thing for you to do is to get out of these unhealthy situations and show your children that it is possible to get out of these situations and find happiness elsewhere. Don't think that, oh, you got to stay for the kids. No, if you stay for the kids, you're ruining your kids. You're making them think that their life is going to be like that. And if you love your kids, you'll get out of these unhealthy relationships or these toxic relationships or these toxic habits and show them that, no, that's not the way to go. The way to go is to find complete happiness. So possibly it's you who has been chosen by the divine through your ancestral line, that it's you that needs to change, to break this chain, so your children can live happier lives. If you believe in spirituality, this is what the cards are saying. The divine wants you not to let these children that you have think that, you know, sadness and despair is what marriage and love is all about. Let's see what this bird's nest is. Three of Forces. I hope this is hitting home for somebody, some of you, because it's not even for, this is, you know, I haven't even picked a pile, but this is hitting home for me. You know, breaking chains, break that chain. Show your children that life can be good, life can be happy. There may be some effort involved. Hold on. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. This nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to additions coming into your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be bringing new employees or opening new business locations. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansion you will make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. Did I not just say that, you know, it's the spirit is making you move into a certain direction? You're expanding your mind. And when you do that, you expand the minds of your children. You don't want them to think one way, right? It's never too late to widen your networks of spiritual family, friends, and guides. The reward of that kind of expansion is limitless. Okay, so whatever it is that you are doing in terms of this family situation, now, if you're in an unhappy situation, I do suggest, especially if there's children involved, that you try to work it out. But if there's a lot of deception going on there, because I do kind of see that there is, You don't want your children to think that deception is okay between people who love each other, because that's not people who love each other, right? Let's see what this Three of Keys is real quick. All I have to say is think of the children. I'm like big on the kid thing. Love kids. They don't deserve to be raised thinking that, this is all there is. This is what I have to look forward to marriage. Shoot, a lot of people nowadays, they don't even want to get married and have kids because they see how horrible marriages and love is. Like they've got such a bad idea of it. Okay, look, the chess game. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card of political and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interaction in group settings, such as board of directors, corporate hierarchies, management, disruption, or conflicted family situations. Okay, it looks like for you, it's the conflicted family situations, okay? Through those sides seem to be clearly divided. Many of the people involved are really out for themselves. Hey, there you go. Deceit is present. Did I just not say that, you guys? Okay. And you may not be at all certain about everyone's motives or strategies. Okay, so yeah, there's some sneakiness going on, okay? Somebody's trying to keep you locked up in some sort of situation, whatever it is, right? And they're trying to force beliefs on you, old beliefs that are already played out and outdated, all right? If you've been in a marriage and there's been some infidelity, perhaps, you know, do you want to stay in that? In the past, people would be like, you're in your, when me and your dad were together, things happened, but, we made it work out. Yeah, because, people made themselves have lack in their lives. They felt like they weren't worth anything better, so they didn't end the relationship. They just stayed in it, and they were unhappy their whole lives. Okay? They might show on the outside to everyone else, oh yeah, we made it 57 years, 60 years, whatever. But when they get home, it's like they don't talk to each other. They don't show love to each other. They're just there, living, waiting for the end. Why live like that? Why show your children that it's okay to live like that? It's not okay. Right? So let's move on here. We have the Hanged Woman, okay, which is like the Hanged Man. You could be a woman watching this, or you could be a man. It doesn't matter. The energies are interchangeable, but it seems you're in the hangman mode because you know what? In this relationship you're in, there has been deception. Definitely. The Seven of Swords indicates deception, and you may have received this deception, because we have the card under the Two of Roses, winged messengers. So you received a message from somebody that perhaps somebody in your relationship has stepped out of the relationship, right? They have deceived you. They have been, giving passion elsewhere is what it is. And it could be with some more other types of deception, but what I'm feeling here is whoever is in the relationship with you, they have stepped out on the relationship, gave passions elsewhere, right? We have the Knight of Cups here, right? And now you're wanting to send passion elsewhere, you or someone else, okay? This is keeping you up at night, okay? This is how I'm taking it. You figured out that somebody was deceiving you, stepping out on the relationship. And now you're wanting to move away from this situation, and because you know that this was not the right choice, and you know where your right choice is, right? But you feel trapped. You're feeling trapped in the situation you're in. Why? Because of the children. And you're caught up in your head. You can't figure out what to do because you can't leave the children. You can't accept the children will be devastated, blah, 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 blah. Well, would you rather devastate your children and for a moment, because you can easily just go and talk to them gently and say, look, me and mom or me and dad are not getting along, so we're just going to go our separate ways. You know, I know you guys might feel upset about this, but you're going to see in the long run it's going to be okay. Okay, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. Okay, you can always contact me, or, you know, always visit, whatever. You know, it's the way you present this to the children. Don't fight and be like, you know, F you and F you right back, I'm leaving, and then somebody storms out. And who watches all this? The kids do. Even if you go hiding in the room and try to argue, they know what you're doing. They know it. So, you know, they might be a little upset at the beginning, but you can move into an energy a week or two later, a month later, and say, hey, you know, everything's okay now. Come to my new home. You know, show them that everything's happy. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what. Those kids are going to be like, oh, wow, this is our home too. We have 2 homes now. Holidays come, oh, wow, we get 2 holidays. Oh, wow, we get 2 birthdays. They're going to get 2 of everything now. So trust me, they're going to be happier that they're not seeing you guys fighting and that they get 2 of everything now. Right? Because that's really what's going to happen. They're going to have the best of both worlds. Okay? So you're up in your head right now, though, because you're trying to decide what are you going to do because of this family situation. Well, I just told you how it's going to be. And the only reason why I know this, to tell you this, is because I went through a divorce. And at first I thought it was going to be traumatizing on the child, but no, he was happy. I even asked him later on, do you want me and Dad to get together? And he's like, no, Mom, no. They didn't even want us. He didn't even want us back together because he liked the 2 separate stuff, the 2 separate atmospheres. He just liked it. You know, and plus it was a better atmosphere for him. Okay, and then we have the 5 of Swords here. So you're up in your head because you want to give some sort of passionate message to, or emotional message to somebody, but you might have not had a very good separation when you last saw this person. Maybe you guys were fighting and arguing, and some words were passed because of, you know, some deceptions that came along. Either you did it to them or they did it to you, but now you're wanting to come back to that situation because now you see the truth and you see who really was there for you. And it might have been this person who you had this argument with, or words passed between you and this person, right? So I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3. Hopefully that helped out somebody out there somehow. But I'm going to move on to pile 3. I'll see you there, or I'll see you at the end. Okay, so here is pile number 3, and the question is, what does Spirit want me to know? Well, let's find out. Okay, so we have the lizard here. All right, and the lizard stands for, or represents, caution and regeneration. Okay, and what I'm feeling here for this is that your situation might be very, maybe very fragile, kind of like the lizard's tail. You know, a lizard's tail can break off because it's kind of fragile. Got to be gentle with it. But it does regenerate. It does grow back. So perhaps you're in a situation where you're feeling like, you know, you have to take caution because there might be others involved that you don't want to hurt, right? And, you know, it's all about the regeneration, though. There might be some hurt feelings here, but you can generate it into something that's more positive. All right? So let's go ahead and find out what these cards have for you, and then we'll find out what's going on from there. All right, we have reflection. We have the King of Keys, the 7 of Keys, Hilarion, the Lookout, and Wishes Fulfilled. We also have the Emperor, the King of Cups, the Star, the 8 of Coins, the Moon, and the 6 of Swords. Okay. So I do see that you are reflecting on things. There's 3 major arcanas here, okay? You are reflecting on things of the past, okay? I do see the moon there that's reflecting off the water. So this could be an emotional reflection, something that was really emotional to you concerning the past. Okay, we also have the King of Keys here, and you see the King of Keys is looking out into the distance. There's my home. I'm gonna make it there soon. I just gotta go through some things, okay? And you could be holding that energy. We also have the Seven of Keys, all right? And the Seven of Keys, we have the Ascent, okay? So you could have been climbing this mountain, hoping to get that sunshine, reach the top, reach the peak, right? And you may have made it up there, but you know, getting down is just as hard as climbing up. Think about that, okay? It was hard to get up there, but trust, it'll be hard to get down. So you might have climbed up into a situation, you made it to the top, but maybe you found that it's not all that it was cracked up to be. And now you're trying to figure out, how can I get out of this now? So I do see Hilarion. And so it does seem to me that you have spirit guides. You have ancestors and spirit guides who are there to guide you. And they are. They're trying their best to guide you. They're trying to help you see the truth. Okay, so make sure that you are opening up that crown chakra, or opening up your soul to receive these messages. Okay, I also have the lookout. So somebody is looking out into the future. They're looking out for land. They're looking out for safety. So you could possibly be feeling unsafe in your situation right now. Okay, but I do see that once all this blows over, that wishes will be fulfilled in your situation. So I'm going to go to the book. We're going to find out a little bit more about this reflection card. It's actually showing the number 19, and the number 19 is like the sun card, but it doesn't show the sun here, but there is reflection here. And 1 and 9 reduces to the number 10, which is an end of a situation, but it's also reduces from that 10 to a 1, which means a new beginning. And this is why you are looking out into the future. You know, your home is there, and you just want to get there, right? So let me quickly go to, I'm really trying to make the looking it up in the book as quick as possible for you guys, but you know. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More important, it can reveal that you now have direct line to your psychic gifts. Okay, awesome, dude. So yeah, whoever you are, the divine is definitely sending you messages. Okay, and you know, the ultimate message is you're going to have your wishes fulfilled. But you know, you have to go through a process first. You have to go through some healing. You have to go through some inner work. Okay. So basically, you are receiving downloads from the divine. Let's see what this King of Keys says. And I will say congratulations to that, because that's a really hard, thing to realize, is that you are receiving messages, and you should know these messages are coming from the divine. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse towards a great castle in the distance. He is happy at the ease he has traveled, the ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with a civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business and financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. So keep in mind in this, if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Okay, so possibly this could be you, or somebody like this could be coming into your life. And just know that if this is somebody that you are going to have a sort of love for or something like that, just know that this person, you know, they have a difficult time possibly expressing themselves, and they might be like that workaholic type. Okay, they just want to get stability for the family and this, that, and the other. Just know that this person is you know, they might not show as much love, but if they're working hard at something and they're trying to show you, look, I'm bringing this to you, I want you to feel secure. I mean, that's their way of showing their love. Okay. And, you know, this person may not know how to show the love, and maybe they feel that bringing you money and comfort is the way to show love, but you know, it'll come in time. if this is you and this is the type of relationship you have, you know, the more communication you have with each other, the more understanding will happen, because communication is key in relationships. So, okay, with this ascent, we have the 7 of keys, okay? Oh, right to the page. All right, this card shows that the great effort and determination you can apply yourself to your goals for assured success. Though there may be some risks involved, you can reach the top. There could be a promotion or an advance to a much higher position coming. Understand, however, that it isn't just luck or external influences, but your own hard work and application that bring the achievement you seek. So keep your efforts strong. Instead of being passed by, you will be climbed to the heights, okay? So whatever you've been doing, you have made it to the top, okay? You've reached those heights, but like I said, the descent is also hard. So just know that even though you made it to the top, there's still much to learn, right? Because what, are you going to live on the top of that mountain? No. You got to get down someday, right? But you know that descent's going to be just as hard as climbing to the top. Doesn't mean that you're going to go down into the depths and you're back down where you started. No, it just means you still have a lot to learn. We all do. All right, so the Hilarion, this is the number 5 card, and then that would be the Hierophant in the Major Arcana, the normal decks, but this is, let's see, I think it might be different here. Okay, right to the page. There we are. All right, like the Angels and the Masters, Hilarion is always available to you, and receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open the master's energy. If you have a job that involves any types of evidence detection and drawing conclusions from that discovery, these types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. This is a time to bring logical approach to all of your results. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity, and direction. So basically, like I said before, your spirit guides are there. They're there to assist you on finding the information that you need. Okay? Don't be afraid to call on your ancestors or spirit guides for help. I do it all the time, you know, and then I wake up with these crazy ass epiphanies, you know, it's like, whoa, you know, and all you need to do is ask. They're there to totally help you. And I do this before I go to bed because it comes to me in dreams, you know, and I never used to dream, but I did something crazy the other day. I'll maybe save that for you guys for another time, because I'm a skeptic when it comes to this stuff. But I was like, I tried something out and gosh darn it, it worked. And I couldn't believe it. But, you know, just know that you do have spirit guides next to you to help you out. So don't be afraid to ask, okay? Because they are there to help you. And if you don't ask, they're not going to, you know, they can't really intrude on your life. Because even though you are the creator of your own destiny, they are still there to help in case you need it. So don't be afraid to ask, okay? The lookout. Let's see what the lookout is. Okay, and that is what number? Okay, number 17. Okay, whoops, I passed it. Okay, the lookout. A man looks through the binoculars from the crow's nest of the great masted ships. A battle is being waged on the deck below. This card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, perhaps even a battle of sorts around you. You could experience a sudden fall or loss of your position, but if you are aware, you can make a backup plan that will help you ride through this difficult time a little more easily. This phase may be temporary, but it's important to keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through to a better time to come. Okay, so you're going to go through something, right? You're going to have to go through something if you want to get to that wish fulfillment, okay? Nothing is handed to us. We got to work through our issues, our deals, whatever it is. Just know, you know, just like that ascent, you worked hard to get up there, right? But the journey is not over yet. Okay, you may have realized something on your journey, Because you know what? That's what you are on right now. I hate to say it to you. If you didn't believe it before, you are on a journey right now. You're on a journey for self-discovery, is what it is. All right? In order for you to have your wishes fulfilled, you need to discover, what wishes you have inside you, what you need to discover about yourself, right? In order for you to move forward, you need to find that love within yourself. You need to find that truth. Why are these thoughts coming to your mind? They could be thoughts about something that doesn't even have to do with your life or your relationship. It could just be some like weird, odd thoughts that are popping in your head, and you're like, whoa, what does that mean? So you look it up, you start Googling it, and maybe even looking in the Bible. I did that sometimes even because I don't know, I didn't grow up with the Bible, don't know much about it, but these thoughts would come into my head, and I just told myself, am I getting a thought from like God or something? Like I didn't know what it was, so I would look stuff up in the Bible, and I would, gosh darn it, I would find stuff there. Not everything, but here and there. So let's see what that wish is fulfilled is. So, follow these little messages you might be receiving. What they're called are downloads, in case you didn't know. They're called downloads from the universe, right, or from God. But they are being passed down to you, and they're hoping that you recognize these signs so you can look them up. Because if you can't tell what that sign is right away, then they're encouraging you to look it up, okay? So this card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these victories is assured. There is abundance of sweet nourishments and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours. Celebrate. So yeah, you're going to get some kind of wish fulfillment here, but you have to, you have to heal yourself. You have to look within. You need to find your own inner truth, and that's a gift in itself. That's a wish fulfillment in itself. Finding your own truth, loving yourself, and doing what you believe is right in your heart. Not in your mind, but in your heart, because your mind has been filled with all kinds of deception as it is throughout the years. And that's what journeys are all about. Journeys are about looking within and finding yourself to realize the truth. Because most of us have been deceived all our lives to believe some old, outdated thoughts. Thoughts that are just, it's not with the times anymore, you guys. It's time to, get hip to what's going on, basically. So let's move on. We have the Emperor card here. So you might be holding that energy, okay? The Emperor has all the qualities of the kings. He's passionate, he's smart, he's emotional, and he's grounded, okay? But we do have the King of Cups here. So it's looking like, in the past, you might have been this King of Cups, very emotional, but the King of Cups doesn't really show his emotions on his sleeves. And actually, in this card, gosh, this King of Cups looks really harsh. Check him out. I don't know if you could see that, but he looks kind of meanish. So perhaps you've had your heart broken, okay, and that's why you're looking mad right there, right? But you are the Emperor now. You're coming into that energy. Okay, or maybe you could be speaking to an Emperor, somebody who is grounded, stable, secure, emotional, smart, grounded. Maybe you are going to talk to that person because maybe you are the King of Cups. So that's another scenario there too. And, maybe your heart has been just stepped on and broken, and you're feeling like you can't really spread your emotions anywhere because it's been hurt too much. And maybe somebody in your life, somebody holding this Emperor energy, excuse me, is a person that you might be confiding in. Now, you know what's trippy about this card? Hmm. And concerned with that first energy there, right? You could be this Emperor, now that I'm looking at it. And you may have come from the King of Cups energy. Or you're still kind of hanging on to this kind of this not happiness, not good emotion, you know. But I also see there's somebody else in this card. Somebody in the back behind him, looking over at him, right? In the normal decks, there isn't anybody behind the Emperor. The Emperor is there, I think. Actually, well, he might have some people on the side there, but this is giving me some sort of type of feeling. And I think it might be involved with the message I have in the end. So just know that there's an Emperor here. It might be you, that there's somebody in the background doing something. All right? And, you know, with these two energies right here, you are either hoping for something good to happen, possibly with your finances. You're working hard, trying to build that finance. But yeah, there's a secret here. There's a secret somewhere. And you know what? It might be a secret you know about, but it might also be a secret you don't know about. So it could be both ways. Okay, that's how I'm feeling. You're trying to work on your pentacles. Okay, you're this hardworking person. Okay, I think it was the Ascent or something, or the King of Keys. I forgot which one it was already, but remember they said for the Akashic Tarot that there's somebody. Okay, I think it was the King of Keys that works hard, doesn't really show too much emotion. Just they show their love by giving you things, by giving you gifts or security or whatever, right? So you're a person who works on your coins. You're still doing that. You're hoping for something. But I don't know if you've heard me mention before, but the Star card, it not only represents hope and all that wonderful stuff, right? But the Star card can also represent loss, theft, and abandonment, right? And that's where I see you not looking too happy in that King of Cups card. If that is your energy, you're still hanging on to this deception of the past. But you're the Emperor. Okay, you are emotional. You just don't show it that much. But and you know, this King of Cups is coming out, this pain of the past. And that girl in the background, I just don't feel right about her. I don't feel right about her. And then the Star card even. It looks like she's holding a cup, but she's letting all the stuff fall out of it. It's not like she's pouring it out. She's just like letting it fall as it may, right? It's not like she's pouring it out to nourish anything. She's just letting it fall out. She don't even care, right? And this is where I see that the moon is, you know, there's secrets, there's deception, there's something being hidden here. But I do see somebody moving away from a situation. They're moving away from somebody. And there's a child and a mother here. Somebody is driving the boat. We can't tell who it is. But there's a woman and a child moving away from something. Huh. Strange. Let me get my trusty magnifying glass here so I can look better. I will say that this woman who is moving away with this child, this woman has tattoos on her arms. That's not something that's easily noticed, but I noticed it. It looks like there's tattoos of some snake or some sort of bird, either a snake, a bird, or like a dragon of something like that. That might mean something to somebody, okay? She's got tattoos on both arms. That's a trip. That is a trip. I don't see that kind of action on any of these. I don't see that on any of these cards, except for this one. So whoever's moving away from you is a woman with a child with tattoos on her arms. I have never, ever noticed that in any card decks that I have. But in this deck, I noticed that. So that might mean something to somebody. Okay, that's the end of the third pile. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the end. We're going to find out the final cards with the Oracle, the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Okay, we're gonna find out direct messages right now from the universe. This was just like scenarios that's going on here. We're gonna find out what's going on next. Okay, so I will see you guys. Okay, so we're here at the end. I have the Chakra Wisdom Oracle, and then I have the Star Word Oracle. Okay, now these were really interesting readings right here, okay? Especially with that Akashic Tarot. Got a lot of information from that. I'm sorry that it took so long to get to the end here, but I think it's worth it, okay? Hopefully that somebody out there is getting the message from the universe so far, from which card pile you chose. Now we're going to go ahead and find out a direct message from God, angels, ancestors, spirit, the universe, whatever, whoever it is that you know, who you pray to. This message is here for you. Let's see what kind of cards we get. What do you want us to know? Okay, there's a miracle. What do you want us to know, Spirit? What do you want? What do you want the viewer to know? Wow, shit's just flying out. Let me see if I can get a couple more out, or one at least. Spirit, can I get any more messages? Sure can. Instinct. All right. I'm going to stop it right there. We got 5 cards out. Okay, I got super chills on my legs. Okay, you guys. All right, let me grab the book. We're going to need it. All right. We have miracle. A miracle is coming to you. Straight up, straight off the bat. Okay? The universe, God, spirit, angels, whoever it is going to provide you with a miracle. But there's going to be some victimization involved, okay? And you might be the victim, all right? You will get balance from this situation. You will find balance. You will figure things out. People aren't going to get along, but balance will be made, right? And I think there will be, you know, a lot of confusion will be realized. Okay, you will realize what has happened, why you've been confused about a lot of different things in your life, okay? Put that there. And you're going to start using your instinct, okay? You're going to start using the instinct of your soul, right? You're going to go within. You're going to start questioning things. You're going to start going within to find your answers from now on instead of going to outside sources, okay? Because you are going to find that when you ask yourself these questions, when you find your own opinions upon yourself, you come out with better results, right? I believe so. So let's see what the miracle card says. This looks good, man. Shoot. All right. Miracle. Integrity is what turns on the light. All right. So being a light, lighting the way for others, coming miracles, okay? Integrity, gifts, rewards. So you are standing in your own integrity, okay? You're not going to let anybody step on you anymore. You're not going to let them tell you all these stupid little reasons why you need to do this and why you need to do that. You know, you have your own integrity. You have your own mind, right? You're going to move forward to what you want to move forward to from now on. You're not going to let people tell you how it's supposed to be or what you got to do, because that's not going to allow you to find your own happiness. And now you know how to find your own happiness, and that's what you're going to start manifesting, okay? Just a reminder, January 11th, 2020, Manifestation Day. Make sure you make a good manifestation on there. Make it realistic, make it good, and you're definitely going to see some miracles happen for you, okay? So let's find out victim now. All right, we've got the green card. Okay. I am not a victim. I choose to do what I am doing. Okay, so yeah, so maybe you're coming also into the realization that, okay, shit's happened to you. You know, you're not going to play you know, you're not going to be like you're the victim, because you know what, you let these things happen to you because you didn't see. And it's, you know, and it's not, there's nothing wrong, you know, I'm not saying, oh, you didn't see, it's your fault. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it like, okay, it happened, you learned from it, and you know, you're just going to move forward. You're going to try anyways not to dwell on it anymore, because you see the light now, you see the truth. And you know what, that's the best thing that you can get from this. Okay, so you let shit happen to you. We all do. We all, something like that always happens to us at some time or another, you know, but you're going to move out of that energy. All right, you're going to find balance within yourself. Let's see what the balance says. Okay, guys. I love purple. I love the purple cards. Okay. Balance. I must create before the opportunity disappears. Okay, so something is going on here. You can receive this miracle. Okay, sure, something's happened. You realize what just happened. You want to move forward. You want to find balance. But you need to, even though the things might be balancing out, you're definitely going to need to get out of that that state. You know, things are balanced, move forward. Don't stay in that energy. Okay, don't be stuck in confusion, if anything, because you're going to miss opportunities. Don't let the time pass you by. Okay, let's see what that confusion is. Now I'm starting to get, you know, now I'm starting to think. Oh gosh, it opened right to the page. Every silver lining has a cloud. Okay, so even though you may have made it out of the situation and you see the future is bright and that you can move forward, there's something that's holding you back. And you know what I see? Even though you are going within, it seems to me that somebody is still whispering a little something in your ear that's causing confusion to you, right? There are thoughts that were placed there when you were a child, or they could be still being placed there today. Somebody could still be saying, oh, you know what, you're not going to make it, it's not going to happen for you. It could even be, okay, I don't mean to trip anybody out, okay, but it could even be that when you go to sleep at night, there is such thing as people sending evil thoughts your way, okay? You know, anybody who thinks evil thoughts about anyone else, it will radiate to that person. And especially if you are one of those people who grew up like, you know, like, I'm not trying to be against anything, you guys, okay? Just understand my point of view, okay? And then you can come up with your own conclusion. But if you're a person that grew up believing, like, say what the Bible says, saying, if you don't do this and you don't do that, you're going to burn in hell, this, that, and the other. God is going to punish, dot, dot, dot. You know, I mean, as a child hearing that, that's frightening. That is absolutely frightening. And it causes them to believe in certain things. Okay? That's why when you're young, you know, that is your more, that's like when your brain is like a sponge and it takes in all the information and it can't determine from right or wrong because you are actually putting these thoughts into your child's mind. So somebody has done that to you, has caused you to believe that things can happen magically in a bad way, blah, blah, blah. And because your mind and your soul is open to that kind of information, it's more easily, what is the word I'm looking for? It's more easily tampered with by outside sources, right? Like, say, somebody doing black magic or something, trying to do some kind of magic spells on you to make you, you know, to penetrate your inner subconscious somehow, possibly fucking with your sleep, right? See, me, that kind of stuff doesn't work on me because I didn't grow up with religion, so I have no concept of that kind of weird stuff. You know, like I don't know how it feels to be afraid of a book, of the Bible, of anything. I don't know that concept. That it wasn't instilled in me as a child. I have no idea. I tried to learn later in life, but because it wasn't instilled in me as a child, I cannot gain that concept. So I just kind of, whatever. You know, that's my outlook to it. That's why, you know, if anybody has been trying to do that to me, it's not going to really work because I'm going to just keep moving forward and, you know, just trekking along. You know? So if you're the kind of person that did grow up with that kind of stuff, it could be that somebody could be infiltrating your thoughts. And this is what's causing you confusion. And it could be getting to your soul or whatever it is you hold in your own Akashic record. Because we all have our own records here. And what needs to be done with this now is you need to use your instinct and determine what is right and what is wrong. Do not let these negative thoughts. Somebody has probably opened your mind to negative thoughts and negative thinking. You need to stop. Somehow you need to stop that. I know it's easier said than done, but I have found that using meditation, positive meditations of, you know, possibly, you know, deterring yourself from negative thoughts, you know, find a nice guided meditation that talks about that, then you can possibly remove that negativity from you, right? You can actually make your own guided meditations by, you know, putting on some hertz, megahertz, or whatever. You might have to look up which hertz is what, because the hertz also is the sound hertz. HRTZ is what I'm talking about, okay? Those can help with instilling some of these guided affirmations into the subconscious, but you have to do it repeatedly for like, you know, 20 or 30 times, you know, not a day, I mean over 20 or 30 days, to have your mind like kind of instill it into your subconscious, right? So let's go to the instinct real quick. Yeah, I feel like somebody is trying to really mess with you guys. And you know what? You want me to tell you something? Well, let me read this instinct really quick. There is a guide inside us, right? And that's your subconscious. That's where, you know, you need to get in touch with your own soul, your own inner being, right? The divine is trying to tell you to do that. And it's really hard to do that. You can't just talk to your subconscious and say, hey, this is what I want you to do. This is what. No, it's your conscious you tell that to. But your subconscious is just like that recording. It's that videotape playing constantly in your mind when you're awake and when you're asleep. I'm not, you know, I was somebody that grew up being the kind of person, oh, I believe in science, you know, because like I told you, I didn't grow up on religion. I don't have the concept of this, you know, spiritual beings and all that. You know, I do now because I had to have a tower moment that caused me to believe it, okay? But not in this black magic stuff, but that I do know that there is spirit. That's what I believe in. I believe there's spirit. I believe there's spirit guides. You know, our ancestors are here. Our angels are here. One time, you know, I haven't been having dreams at all for the past like 2 years. And I don't know why. Because I had dreams before, no problem. I didn't really take much into account to them. I didn't really, you know, I was like, oh yeah, nice dream, blah, blah, blah. Didn't look them up, didn't do anything like that. Because I didn't know what they meant. And then one day I went to the candle store with a friend and we bought some candles because I like candles, okay? I don't like them for any kind of negativity. I like them for what they're for, you know, like a certain colors for communication and other colors for happiness. I lit them for that, okay? So my friend bought a candle that had Archangel Michael on there. And then he told me the story about Archangel Michael. And when you looked at the candle, it was like this angel with his foot on like evil's neck. It was just like gnarly. This guy was badass, you know? And he lit that candle, and I didn't give it much thought until maybe not last week, but maybe a week and a half ago. And I realized that, you know what, that night that he lit that candle, I had a vivid dream, and it was in color even. Because he lit that candle and just let it burn away. It took like, I don't know, it took like 24 hours. The candle burned away, whatever. But I remembered, oh my gosh, I did have a dream, and I had it on the night that he lit that candle. So about a week and a half ago, I thought, you know what, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if this works. So what I did was, before I went to bed, I said, Archangel Michael, can you please make sure I have a clear, vivid dream tonight? Make sure that you fight off any evil spirits or beings that are trying to infiltrate my mind or my dreams. You guys, I shit you not, I've been having color, you know, HD like color dreams ever since that night. Ever since that night. And I wasn't even trying to like be like strongly believe in it. I just randomly said it, you know. And then I'm getting the chills right now, you guys, okay? And then I also asked, you know, the infant Ganesh, because, you know, I had read from the cards that I have, you know, ask infant Ganesh to remove blockages. I added that in too. I said, infant Ganesh, please help me remove any kind of blockages, blah, 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 you know, whatever. I came up with my own words, right? Dude, you guys, I'm telling you, that shit worked. I couldn't even believe it, okay? And you know, this is where now I'm believing more and more on my own journey. That shit out there is just, that shit is unexplainable, okay? I don't know how that shit happens. I have clear, vivid dreams now in color. I look them up when I get up in the morning. I get these epiphanies from those dreams, because once I figure out what they are and after writing them down, I'm like, oh shit, I know what that means. And then I figure it out and I move forward, right? I don't know. You don't have to do this, okay? You don't have to. You don't have to. But I'm just saying, you can do it for shits and giggles too. You know what I'm saying? Just ask Archangel Michael to help you have a clear, vivid dream, and to block any kind of evil infiltration of anything, because you know what, in your dreams somebody could be trying to infiltrate your dreams. Just saying, you don't have to believe me, you don't have to do what I say. I'm just saying that shit happened for me. Okay, and I am a skeptic. I was a non-believer, you guys, before a week and a half ago about this. And now I'm just like, oh my God, what do I ask for next? You know, because it's like, I can't even believe it. I cannot believe it. So we're going to go ahead and choose some star oracles right here, okay? You guys, if any of this resonates, or if you're tripping on this like me, because I'm having chills all over right now, please comment below. I gotta hear what you guys got to say about this kind of stuff, because it's crazy to me. Let's see what the stars have. All right. This is what we have in the stars for you guys. All right. Yeah, please comment. You know, y'all don't comment enough for me. You watch these videos and you don't say shit. Come on, man. I want to hear some stuff too. Tell me about your feelings. Tell me what's going on, because I'm on a healing journey too. And I need some more input, because I need help healing too. Come on, I can't be the only one here trying to help you all. I need some help too. Okay? This is what's happening. You are being graceful in all of the situations you're in right now. Okay? You're keeping calm, you're being graceful about whatever is being thrown your way. You are growing from this situation, right? And you're finding joy within. So we have graceful, growing, and joy, right? That's how I do these stars. I turn it into a complete, like a sentence. It works out. Now, things of the past may have made you angry, but just know that you are protected from horrible beings out there, because there are horrible beings out there. And I think it's them that's trying to infiltrate you, trying to keep you in that confused state of not being able to move forward. Okay, so the letters we have here, now you can rewind this little quick message if you need to, if you want to write down these letters, try to figure out what these letters are. But the first letter we have is O, then we have Q, then we have J, we have, or actually that's I, and then we have J, and then we have K, and then we have C. So these letters could be somebody's initials, your initials, their initials. You know, you can maybe put something together in a word with this somehow. Okay, so that's what that could be. Now, I finally wanted to have a message, and this was the message that led to this actual question of what does Spirit want me to know. And here's the message. Okay, this is to a young lady or a few women. It could be a group of women or a particular young lady. You can't succeed here. Spirit is stronger and watching you. So if you are trying to do something negative towards someone, just know Spirit is watching you and you're not going to succeed. Whoever this is. Okay? I know you're watching, and so does Spirit. Now, I have another message, and this is for a man, a male. Stay honest with yourself. Don't worry. You will be okay. You are loved. Keep up the good work. So whoever that's for, I don't even know. But those were the two messages I got that led to this question, what does Spirit want me to know? And I got chills right now, you guys. I know this was a long reading, but it was an important one. Okay, it was really important. So to that young lady or those group of women, you can't succeed here. Spirit is stronger than you, and Spirit is watching you. Just know karma is a bitch. Okay, for the male, stay honest with yourself. Don't worry. You will be okay. You are loved. Keep up the good work. There you have it, you all. That was today's message. That was gnarly. That was gnarly for me. I've got a whole bunch of chills throughout the whole readings. You know, y'all are going through some difficult times right now. I understand that. Okay? And that's what journeys are all about. But just know, if there's any evil happening to you, or if there's any evil people out there, just know Spirit's watching you. And for those other people who feel that people are against you, you know, causing this, you know, negativity, Spirit's protecting you. Okay, one of these we straight up had protected. Yup, protected. You're protected. So if there's any of those evil women out there, you can't do shit, all right? This person is protected. Okay, that's the main feeling I get, that there's somebody out there doing something evil to somebody. Okay, hopefully this message gets out. You guys share this message if you can. Somebody out there is being put in a state of confusion. And if you can help by getting this message out or this reading out, that person might watch this video and might understand. Okay, let's try to help each other on our journeys. Let's not try to hoard information from others. This is why I say to comment and share, because, you know, sharing is caring. If you care about your fellow man, let's try to send this message along to whoever needs it. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go because I am tired. It's late right now, and well, it's not that late, but I've been doing a lot today. So, and this kind of reading, jeez, man, takes a lot out of me. So, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Just know all the good ones out there, whether you're male or female, because it says male and female messages at the end that I just gave. You know, I don't know, whoever it resonates with. You know, just know. You know, if you're doing good, if you're not trying to cause any problems for people, you're just trying to heal yourself, just know that the source sees this, the universe sees this, and is protecting you the whole step of the way. So don't worry. Okay, you're doing a good job. All right? Anybody doing evil, it's going to be like rubber and glue. Whatever you do to them, it's going to bounce off them and right back onto you. All right. So I'm Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a great evening.